Windows Recycle Bin is a hidden system folder. In NTFS, each user has his own folder named with his SID number to store all recycled files or subdirectories. Before Windows Vista, it used a hidden system file called info2 to store those recycled files and directories information. So here I'm show you a Windows XP system, and there's a free tool called IE History, and this tool can be used to interpret info2 file, because as you know, the info2 file is a binary file. I believe this tool is included in Helix CD. So open it up, and I need to find that. Now this program, why it is called Open History File, because this can also be used to interpret IE.dat history, internet history file. But here, and I just want to load info2 file. So the info2 file should be under C. So I go to parent directory in the C. This is a hidden folder, and it's called recycler in this case. Now, one user, it's 500. This is administrator, and administrator has its own folder to restore all of the recycle files and subdirected directories. If you have another logon user, then you should see another folder with the long SID number. So I open up this, and you should see an info2 file in here. So I select this, and then it says open. So now this program interprets what is inside of info2 file. Each entry represents one recycled file. It stores information about the index. Certainly the index accumulates, and then when the date and the time the file is deleted, and then the original path, because the file in the recycle bin is not really deleted, it's just put there to be deleted, and then user is able to restore those data. That's why all of the information, the original path information should be there. And the file name, original file name, and it creates its own name in the info2 file as I described in the class. The start with D, followed by which drive this original file from. This drive is from C drive, and followed by the index number. So the index here is 44, and then followed by dot and original file's extension. So that's the name used in the info2 file. Okay, before I close this program, since it is called IE History View, so also this program can be used to interpret IE history file, index.dat. So let's look into one of the index.dat file. So let me find that file. Let's go back to C and the document settings, since we are looking at the administrator user. So go to administrator, go to local settings. By the way, if you use a different operating system, and then the location may vary. Okay, so here in Windows XP, and I'm going to history and history.dat and index.dat. Now this is also a binary file. The same program can be used to interpret the binary file index.dat, which record the internet usage activities, the URL I have visited, and then the date and the time. Okay, so it's recorded all the activities. Now if I intentionally clear my history view, then this information will be gone. But then some fancy tools, advanced tools, can even recover those information from unallocated space. All right, so if you look at the first link, and I did download and search the V4-e, which is also another free tool to look at the info2 file. So I will exit out exit from this program and then just quickly show you V4-e. Okay, open up the command prompt, and we are in C. So now we need to show all of the hidden files. So dir, and I want to say show all file. Without /a, then you wouldn't see the hidden files. So you should be able to see a recycler. So let's cd recycler. Okay, and again, I want to show what's inside that, and then we can do cd to that folder, the administrator's folder for his recycle information. And then you will see the info2 file here. Okay, so there's info2 file here. And then now I use V4-e, which is very simple to use. It's free. You can download from the website from McAfee, and I believe. So this is the .exe. Okay, then I said interpret this V4-e, use the V4-e program to interpret info2 file. So here is the interpretation and index. Now, when we use IE history, and I started with 44, but in this case, yeah, the sequence is different. So they started from 39 up to 44, and delete the time. And now here it gives the drive number, and gives out the pass information, and then the size, but did not show you the file name, which is internally used within info2, because this program decided our user needn't know that info2 file name, because user only need to know what is the file name, original path information. So it gave you all that information. By the way, the info2 file name, which is started with D, it's important if you want to search. If you want to search from unallocated device and unallocated area to find the information. So all those information is reside in info2, and both program interpret and then show you information from the info2 file. Each entry represents one recycled file or directory. Okay, so that's it for this demo.